Okay, let's kick off this sortie video. So, this sortie is going sabotage, extermination, mobile defense. This sortie is gonna be a wee bit different. So, this one is actually going to be about, whatever the heck it's called, social media. Now, I'm not gonna be one of the social media people that are a bit like, don't put too much information. You know, there's a whole lot of stuff that people can track you by. Oh no, you're gonna put yourself in danger. I have a sniper weapon equipped. Oh wait, sniper. That's why I have this. But usually it's only like bow only. But see, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you can't put this, and this on there because then people will be able to track you, and you're 10 times more likely for this to happen, and for this to be stolen, and for this to be taken, and for that and that and these and those. I do care, but I don't. Like I don't want that to happen to anyone, but at the same time, like I'm not gonna start preaching about it.
You're here to sabotage
For what this is gonna be about, just like in general, to be truthful, like I personally haven't like even had any form of social media for many years of my life. The first time I got any form of social media was actually like this year. I started like a Twitter and a whatever the heck it's called, a Instagram or not Instagram, no, Snapchat, this year, just because like my friends, like beforehand I had friends, but I didn't really like we didn't. It was normal, just like texting. They kind of worked around me with texting and everything, and they didn't really care about me having any form of social media, so I just didn't care about it myself. So I was like, no. To be truthful, I still to this day think it's pretty stupid. But like the only reason I have it is just to like kind of like stay in contact, and so I'm not left out of the loop, which I have been before because like my more recent friends are a bit on it a bit more. And the only real reason I made Twitter and plan on making like a Facebook is just to help the channel grow, and that's really about it. However much it really can grow from that.
Good. Now start the pumps and flood this place.
God dang it. Yeah, but that's just what I want to, that's the only reason why I got that. The only thing I'd really have because of my friends is Snapchat, just because they use that to talk a lot, and there's been a few times in the past where they like said something important in there and then I wasn't around, and then like the next time I see them it's like, hey, such and such, and there's like, oh no. It's like, oh, okay then. And you can tell I haven't really modded this. But yeah, so I'm just like, no, wait, what happened? And then they need to like catch me all up, and because of that I don't really want, I just got a Snapchat being like, okay, I don't want this to happen again. Let's just fix this. But so yeah, that's the only reason I got that. And yeah, like a lot of people will be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you didn't have this for such and such years. It's like, yep, I didn't really care about it. Still really don't care about it, but but yeah, and I would agree with like a lot of people when I say like people put like too much information out there through it and so on and so forth, and like you really don't need to post every darn detail about your life. But like I do find it to be like a useful form of communication, especially like in Snapchat's case, because you can do like the group chats and then you can actually just like normal basically texting, or you can just do whatever the heck it's called. You can
Tildragor's newest creations. Make sure it never sees the surface. Good work. That beast won't be able to threaten any Tenno in the field.
What was I about to say? Da 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 da. So, like, because of that, I do find it useful, and I think that, like, Twitter can be, like, I haven't actually sent out a single tweet, but, you know. But it is definitely, like, a way that you can, what's it called, like, stay in touch with a whole lot of people. I do, as I was saying like before, I do think it can be, like, overused, like, you don't need to literally post everything your entire life. Like I have, like when I was in high school, they did have like an event where these people came and talked about all the problems that can arise and so on and so forth. And I'm just like, okay, I don't really care. I don't have any. And then at like the very end, they actually did like a vote. It's like, hey, we'll give free stuff to anyone who, wow, that's mean, to anyone who hasn't, who doesn't have any social media. And I walked up there and was like, yep. So I got a free shirt, and that's about it. I would honestly say that, like, it's kind of made it a bit difficult to be, like, using it now. I kind of wish that I did start it a bit sooner. Just because then that would have, like, helped me with, like, the channel and so on and so forth. Like, if I had, like, a pretty, like, decent-sized followers through, like, I don't really know if they're called followers or something like that, through like Twitter or Snapchat and all those other different social media sites. I really don't know them all besides like Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat are like the only real ones that I really know well. Well, I don't really know well, but just kind of know of more than the others. So I kind of wish that I had that just so I could like use them a bit more to like gain a following through like currently. Like I could say something in Twitter and stuff, so on and so forth about YouTube, and it was like, hey guys, I started a channel. If you want to check me out, that'd be nice. Blah blah blah. And that's like the only real thing that I really would have cared about with it. Besides that, honestly, I really don't mind nor care about not having one up until now. I don't think it's, like, inhibited me or anything like that. Like, prohibited me, I think. And it's just kind of, yeah, and, like, now that I have it, I just, as I said, like, I don't really use it often whenever it comes to, like, keeping streaks with a few of my friends on, like, Snapchat. I literally just post... like, or not post, I put up like random pictures. I've put like 2 things in my story, and that's when I was with my sisters who have been using it since like the beginning, and like they knew how to work all that, and I'm just like, I don't really care, just do what you want. I literally like handed them my phone, and then like we were hanging out, so then they took some pictures and decided to post them, and that's really just about it. So, yeah. But, and like, even when it comes to like my friends with like their stories, like so on and so forth, I don't really, I like check them just to kind of like show that I watched or that I like saw it, but that's really just about it. And my friends really don't care all that much about like the picture aspect. They like the streak aspect, so like we started doing that, but that's about it. And even like a few of my friends are like, even about that they still like doing, they're just like, nah, they won't make me do that. And I'm just like, well, I don't really mind. I'll just send you a random wall, maybe my dog if I'm feeling different. Yeah, I do have like my 2 dogs. Love my 2 dogs. But like that's about all I would ever post there. And when it comes to Facebook, as I said, like I haven't even gotten it yet. I plan on getting it just to like help the channel potentially, even though like most people, at least my age, really don't use Facebook all that much or like ever. But like still, even if it just gets me like a few people, I would not mind. Like every subscriber counts to me, especially to like a starting channel. So like because of that, I guess really like the only thing I'm using my and I said like the same thing with the Twitter, but like with like Facebook, as I said, I haven't even started that, so I have no idea how that even like works at all. It could be the simplest thing in the world. I just have no idea, but I'll sort of figure it out. And I plan on like maybe doing something on Twitter. The only posts right now I have are just like whenever I post a video. So like in the future, I kind of plan on maybe having like a few more posts, maybe like a bit more frequently type deal. But that's just about it. Maybe like every day I'll try to like get out one tweet, like just saying something random and stupid. Oh, I could do my anti-tip thing. But yeah, like for me, like the reason I went on this topic is because of the fact that I know so little about it. Like I wanted to go into a topic that, like even the other topics I know I haven't really talked an insane amount, but even them, like I know a decent amount about the topics in general though. This topic, I've no clue. I'm saying like I don't know squat about them. Huh. It's using it, but it's not swapping to it. That's annoying. Yes, I need that. Okay, but yeah, like because I know so little about the topic is just like why I wanted to talk about it. Honestly, I have no idea why. That's why I wanted to talk about it, but it's just yeah. And like I don't really know if social media like really improves. Like we always hear all these like bad things about it being like, oh yeah, you could have thousands and thousands of followers, but like in real life you could be or lonely or depressed or something like that. And I'm just like, okay, I don't really care. And I don't really know how like other people really like see these things because I haven't like I don't really believe anyone has like changed their mindset because of well I bet there like has been people, but I don't know about like any mass group of people changing their mindset because of like one speaker saying, hey, if you get rid of social media, blah 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 will happen. Like, you know, like one of my personal friends right now is going through like a tough time, so he decided to get rid of like all social media just to like get away. And I will say it is a good thing to get away. And I have like a few of my other friends has started well, they didn't start, they decided to like get rid of social media just to like because they become like too much to it. They're always like randomly watching, or whenever they're just like they start looking for one thing, and then the next thing they know, they spent the last 2 hours just watching random things, and they found some like random place in some random person. They have no idea who it is, type deal. So, meh. Yeah, as I was saying, just like some, and because like that's kind of how I am like with when it comes to like videos through YouTube. Is I'll start watching like one video and then I'll click on another video and I'll keep doing that over and over again until I just until I like realize, oh wow, I've spent an hour doing this. That honestly happened to me right before I recorded this video. Is I wanted to start recording like an hour ago, and I started like I watched one video from like a person I'm subscribed to just to like have a quick fun time, but before I have to record and edit and all that. Well, not edit. Before I have to record and start publishing things, and after school, like just to have a quick break. And then the next thing I know, an hour passes, and I'm just kind of like staring at my screen, being like, really? Did that really happen?
I'm in, Tenno.
Uh,
This will take a moment.
and I'm not saying like there's anything wrong, as I was saying like before, with using social media. And like, but I will say that like if you spend too much time with it or you post too much, it could be probably a problem for some people. And like doing what I was just saying a moment ago, where you're like, you start watching one thing, and then the next thing you know, you spent a few hours. Like I would say that's probably something pretty bad. But like even I do it, and I don't actually have any social media, so I feel like that can really happen from anything. But I would say like it'd probably be a good idea to limit yourself from it being able to happen. But I'm not about to stop watching YouTube, that's for sure. And as I was saying like before, I do think that there are like benefits and benefits to it as well, like keeping in touch with family and friends. God dang it.
We are finished here. Move on.
Is definitely like a positive aspect of it.
Proceed and prepare.
What the? Oh, it's nice to know I had 15 stacks, I guess. So I'll always say that there's like a positive and negative to everything, and I think that social media was like a great idea. Like, what's his face? The guy that created Facebook when that first started. Like, if you think about it, like when it originally started, it was a site for guys to rate girls. Like that's actually how Facebook originally started. That was the whole point of it. And then it evolved into something that like a ton of people now, mostly older people too, use for just like communication and to see how other people's lives are going. And just yeah, and I think that like now it's definitely, I would say, serving a better purpose than it was in the past. That's without a doubt. But at the same time, like everything at some point like starts to become like less and less. Like as you've seen like a decline in Facebook, it's a lot more of like older people now between like I think like 30s and 40s. It's okay. That's really not old at all in retrospect. Like if you think about it, like the average lifespan is like 70 something. So like it really isn't that old, but at the same time it is like older to my generation. That's for ow, 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 ow. Please don't let me die to the poison. And a lot of people, and like most people will say that it is like the older generations, which I will admit, like my generation is a very unique. That's for sure. Disagree with most of my own generation. Okay, Jesus. Oh, that's why. The turret. Did I drop the thing? Oh no, I still have it. I'm gonna say like I didn't die. I went into undying.
Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position. I'm in,
whatever the heck it's
Tenno.
called.
This will Tenno.
God dang it, dog. So yeah, as I said, I do think that like social media has definitely evolved, but like things stay and go like constantly. Like if you think about MySpace from forever ago, I don't really. That's something I didn't use at all. It is dead now. And like people still have them. I think I don't really know if like the site is completely down or not. People like still had them even after a while when they died off.
Still working on
But
it.
at like the same time, like social media and same with like the world, but is like always evolving. But that's like because it is social media. It's something that like everyone hears about as it evolves. And like just like yeah, now what it is now, mostly being just like Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all of those. I think that those are like the most popular social medias, but I'm not 100% sure. Honestly, I really don't know.
The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission
Um,
complete.
so I would definitely say that I have like a really well balanced idea with social media. That like I'm pretty split 50-50 between whether it's like really good or bad. I will say that there is both good and bad aspects to it, but yeah, like as it is, I think there is like yeah, it's both good and bad.
Mission
I don't really
complete.
know what I'm trying to get
Excellent
across
work,
with that.
Tenno.
And I got Kuva. I'll accept it. Um. So. Yeah, like I do have my Twitter and my Facebook, or I'm planning on making a Facebook, and just yeah, I think that it can be good and it can be bad, and that in general, honestly, I guess I'd say there's probably more good than bad, to be completely honest. But I think that it really depends on the individual, and that you shouldn't really let it like consume your life or anything like that. And like if for like the topic of like being bullied through online, just ignore the person. Honestly, like just like mute them, ban them from whatever the heck you are. Ignore their tweets. I know for a fact that there's like a way for you to or even like report them through Twitter. Like you're capable of doing these things and through Facebook. So like if you don't like it, then you got to do something about it. Don't just cry about it or just keep taking it. Well, that is the social media topic of today. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you all next time, and I bid you all adieu. Goodbye.